Hey, come a little closer. Check this out. This little creature here is a square, and each of its sides has a length of 1 centimetre. It's known as a square centimetre, and it's very useful if we want to measure the area of something. Say, for example, we wanted to know the area of this postage stamp. We could lay an array of these square centimetres over the top, count them up, and instantly know the area. This stamp has an area of 5, 10, 15 square centimetres. We can also use the same strategy to find the area of this mousepad. This mousepad has a length of 20 centimetres and a width of 16 centimetres. Now, instead of skip counting this time, we can just multiply the length by the width to find the area. So, 20 times 16 is the same as 10 times 32 if we halve one factor and double the other, which is 320. Therefore, the area of this mousepad is 320 square centimetres. Now, these strategies work really well if you're trying to find the area of a rectangle or a square. But what if you wanted to find the area of an irregular object? Well, today I'm going to show you a strategy to find the area of your hand with a fair amount of accuracy. And at the same time, we're going to create a beautiful artwork to display in your classroom. It looks a bit like this. But first, like all good mathematicians, we're going to make a prediction about the area of our hand in square centimetres. Write it down somewhere secret and check it again once you've completed today's task. When you're making this prediction, think about the size of your hand. Is it bigger than a postage stamp? Probably. Is it smaller than a mousepad? Most likely. Your prediction then should probably be somewhere between 15 square centimetres and 320 square centimetres. Alright, let's get started. To complete today's task, you're going to need a few items. A piece of 1 centimetre grid paper, a lead pencil, a ruler, a felt tip pen, an eraser, a pair of scissors, some coloured pencils, a glue stick, and an A4 sheet of card. Firstly, take your non-writing hand and place it on the grid paper with your fingers spread apart. Using the pencil, carefully trace around your hand. When you reach your wrist, lift up your hand and close off the shape with a curved line. Once you've traced your hand, use your pencil and ruler to draw a collection of squares and rectangles inside your hand. Now, although it might not be the most efficient strategy, we're going to use smaller rectangles and squares to fill out our hand. It definitely looks a little more interesting in your artwork, and it's also good practice for finding the area of squares and rectangles. At this stage, we are ignoring any incomplete grid squares. We're going to deal with them later. Now it's time to find the area of each of these rectangles and squares, using the strategies we discussed earlier. Using the pencil, write the area in square centimetres inside each of these shapes. Now, to deal with those pesky partial grid squares, what we have to do now is find little collections of these partial squares and group them together to form whole square centimetres. You can see that if I rearrange this section at the tip of my thumb, for example, the area is roughly 3 square centimetres. And when we rearrange this thin section along the side here, it's about 1 square centimetre. Now, there's a fair amount of guesswork involved in this process, so just do the best you can. Alright, the next step is to add all our values together to find the total area of our hand in square centimetres. My advice, write down each of these values and lightly cross them out with your pencil as you go. You should end up with a really long number sentence with lots of small numbers. Now, here's a tip. When you've got to add together a long string of numbers like this, look for ways to change the order of the numbers to form multiples of 10. For example, in this number sentence, we can first add together 7 plus 3 to give us 10. We can also add together 9 and 11 to give us 20, and 4 and 6 to give us 10. Now, our new number sentence is 10 plus 20 plus 10 plus 2, which equals 42. Now, that's much easier. Try this strategy out with your own long number sentence and see how you go. Alright, last steps. Go back over your hand design with a felt tip pen. Then, rub out any pencil marks with your eraser and colour in each section with your coloured pencils. That looks amazing! Now, using your scissors, cut out your hand and glue it down on a piece of A4 card. Then, cut an oval shape around your hand. In the space between your thumb and your index finger, write down the final area of your hand in square centimetres. And hey presto, one awesome artwork as a result of some outstanding mathematical learning. The last thing to do is to check your final answer against your prediction. How close were you with your initial guess? Was your hand bigger or smaller than your prediction? These artworks look great stuck up on a window for everyone to admire. We hope you've enjoyed today's awesome mathematics/art activity. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Hey there! If you like what we do here at Teach Wonderful, make sure to subscribe to our channel. You'll also find plenty of amazing teaching ideas, student worksheets, and merch over at teachwonderful.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.